be happy to, shake your hand, give you a hug, let you know that we're going to be okay.
As the second firefighter killed in a targeted ambush is laid to rest, a group of motorcyclists prepare to hit the road to honor the fallen.
The hot July sun won't be letting up anytime soon. Heat advisories in effect for much of the inland northwest all weekend long.
And in a KREM 2 exclusive, a woman who nearly drowned looks for the heroes who saved her. Her warning to others tonight on KREM 2 News. Thanks for wrapping up your week here with us on KREM 2 News tonight. I'm Cody Proctor. A motorcycle group in Coeur d'Alene hitting the road to remember the firefighters killed in that targeted ambush on Canfield Mountain. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy met up with the group to find out how this ride will go on for the extra mile.
I'm in Cherry Hill Park in Coeur d'Alene, where the ride is going to begin tomorrow morning. Organizers are looking forward to giving back to the families of the victims as they're still processing the loss. The flags at Cherry Hill Park remain at half staff as the community of Coeur d'Alene continues to mourn over the loss of North Idaho Battalion Chiefs John Morrison Jr. and Frank Harwood. Both men died last month in a targeted ambush on Canfield Mountain. Another firefighter, Coeur d'Alene fire engineer Dave Tisdall's still recovering from his critical injuries. The only sound within earshot, passing cars and motorcycles, like this one Jennifer Voiles rides. A former EMT at Fernwood, the news of the tragedy broke her heart.
Been on calls that are tragic and difficult, but this was a definite ambush that is honestly, in my personal opinion, forever changed the landscape of firefighters.
She's now in the process of becoming a full-fledged rider with a chapter of the Knights of the Inferno Motorcycle Club. It's a first responder club designed to support current and former firefighters and EMTs internationally. Her group's chapter is coming together Saturday morning for a community ride from the park to Rockford. Anyone in the community in any vehicle can participate. The only payment required, a donation amount chosen by each attendee to the families of the 3 firefighters. The ride itself is the president of the club's chapter, Brad Finney's baby.
Through this ride together thinking, if we can get a couple hundred bikes, do a nice ride, raise some money, and it grew some big legs real quick.
That includes an estimated 400 riders expected to join, made up of both group members and not. And as riders look to paying their respects and help the families in their time of need, Voiles hopes those still in shock by what happened come out.
Even if you're just a member of the community and you've been trying to figure out what to do and how you can help, here's a great opportunity. Show up. We can accept your donation. We'd be happy to, shake your hand, give you a hug, let you know that we're going to be okay.
Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you so much. And registration starts tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. The ride will then kick off at 10. And coming up in about 5 minutes, we head to the streets of Coeur d'Alene for the final procession of fallen firefighter Frank Harwood. All right, we saw a couple of cooler days, but that won't be the case as we head into the weekend. By the way, you might notice a very familiar face out in our outdoor weather center. We've got meteorologist Michelle Bosch joining us once again now, and she's got a first look at the forecast. Great to have you back, Michelle.
Out here in the outdoor weather center, and if it's warm out here right now, you can just imagine it's going to be hot during the daytime hours. Temperatures right now outside 78 degrees in Spokane, 73 in Coeur d'Alene, and we are still looking at temperatures in the 80s from Grand Coulee down into Moses Lake, Wenatchee at 82 degrees, nice toasty 80 in Pomeroy and Lewiston. Heat advisories are going to be in effect all weekend long. High temperatures in the 90s. Overnight lows, that's another important thing, are going to be very mild as well. Some locations not even getting below 70 degrees in Spokane. Will likely see lows in the middle and upper 60s for several days in a row. Not a lot going on as far as clouds or precipitation, just a few high clouds moving through, and that is about it. Here's a look at the next 12 hours. Mostly clear skies leading to mostly sunny conditions all day long tomorrow, and it's going to be hot the next 3 days. We'll be in the 90s on Saturday, peak heating on Sunday, and it looks like we'll cool it off by a couple degrees on Monday, but still hot with sunshine and highs in the lower 90s.
Michelle, thanks so much. Well, time right now for your Night Beat for a quick look at today's top stories. We're still tracking several wildfires throughout our region. Here's a quick look at the latest evacuation map for the Western Pines fire burning in Lincoln County. This is not far from Davenport. Authorities say people living in Green Canyon, Mill Canyon, Harker Canyon, Far Road, or Angel Spring Road must leave immediately. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office urging people to stay out of the area as crews work to create a fire line. At last check, that fire is now over 5,800 acres. Meanwhile, the Red Cross opened a wildfire evacuation center at the Lincoln County Fairgrounds. They're also in need of volunteers. If you do want to help out, visit the Red Cross website to learn more. Meanwhile, firefighters are also battling the Hope Fire burning in Stevens County. This is just south of Northport. That fire has burned more than 5,600 acres and is 0% contained tonight. Here's a look at some of those current evacuations. Level 2 and Level 3 evacuations are in effect for those near the fire. And after months of public pushback and legal battles, the Thorpe Lane Exchange in Latah Valley has been canceled. Commissioner of Public Lands Dave Upthegrove announced this afternoon DNR and Blue Fern Management, a development company based out of Bellingham, have agreed to cancel the deal. The 200-acre property was in the final stages of approval to be developed into public spaces and housing units. However, many in Spokane wanted the land to be developed into a public park. Now the community has 2 years to propose an alternative for the space. If not, DNR will again seek its own resolution. And turning to our top story online, some exciting news for Spokane Valley. A new 23,000 square foot Dave & Buster's is set to open on August 11th, featuring more than 100 arcade games, foods, drinks. Also what's known as Wow Wall for sports fans, a 40-foot screen designed for immersive sports viewing. That new location will be on East Mansfield Avenue. And that is it for your Night Beat. For more on any of these stories, head to our website, KREM.com. Well, next on KREM 2 News tonight, the second of the 2 firefighters killed in an ambush was laid to rest this afternoon. And later, moments from death, a woman saved after almost drowning, her warning to others in a KREM 2 exclusive.